exactly what I needed to hear. And I thought a lot about the fact that it's been 12 years since I spoke at this conference. And I thought, okay, what have I learned? What could I possibly share? Well, here's what I'm going to tell you. This is what I know. You have everything that you need. Everything to create a better life. You do. You do. And I'm going to prove it to you today. And I'm also going to give you a number of tools that are research backed that have really helped me create a better life, no matter what it is. So first things first, I want you to think about it. What is it that would mean that I would be living a better life? How could I live a better life? And don't you dare go, oh no. Oh no. Yes, you do. I can prove it to you. If you were to crack open your notebook or take out your phone app right now, and I ask you this question, could you name 5 ways you could make your life worse?
Oh, yeah.
My list would probably be pretty dark. I would not want to explain, how I can make my life worse, but if you can make your life worse, you can also make your life better.
Yep.
Now here's the thing. Knowing what you need to do isn't enough. I'm going to prove it to you. How many of you know what you would need to do to be a little bit healthier? Raise your hand. Don't worry, I'm not going to call on you. Now, does that mean you do it? Of course not. And see, today we don't have an excuse anymore. Because today, you and I have AI. You can go to Microsoft Copilot right now. You can put in for AI. Okay, there's this thing I want to make better. What do I do? And then it's going to spit out what you need to do and it'll work, but then you're going to have a big problem. And the big problem is, it's going to be you against you. That's why I picked a photo where I'm scowling. Because that's how you are with yourself. That you know the simple things that you can do. Heck, you're going to learn about so many today. You already have. In order to feel more alive, have more energy, make more money, have better boundaries. But then, it's going to be you against you. And so today, I'm going to teach you 3 simple things that change the way that I think about life, that I think about success, that I think about happiness. 3 simple things that just got me out of my own way. And some of the things you may have heard me talk about on the podcast, but I'm going to tell you something. These are universal truths, and there's a reason why you need to hear it today. There is a change that you've been waiting to make. There's an aspect of your life where it may have been okay a couple of years ago, but it's not okay anymore. And that's all you need. Just this realization that how you're doing life doesn't quite feel like you want it to. That's all you need to change. And there's another thing you need, and it's this: courage. Now, the interesting thing about this word is that I think a lot of us get courage all wrong. See, courage isn't this big thing. Courage is something that you need every single day, because one of the things that we're going to talk about today is that the reason why it's you against you is that you just have fear. That's the only thing that's stopping you. You are so capable. You are capable of doing things beyond your wildest dreams. You are. You can't convince me otherwise. But fear creeps in. And we're going to talk about 3 sneaky ways that fear used to creep in and stop me, that fear is probably creeping in and stopping you right now. That's why you need courage. See, courage is just the ability to do something when you feel kind of nervous or afraid. Courage is the ability to speak up at work, to make your accomplishments known to people. Courage is the ability to share your ideas and stand firm in your beliefs and try something new. And some days, it takes courage to just get out of bed and face the mess that your life has become. Mm-hmm. And that brings me to the first way that fear stops you. See, fear, when you're afraid, what if this happens? What if that happens? What if the other thing? What if I don't do this? When you're afraid, fear kills action. That's how fear stops you. But here's what I'm going to teach you that is also true about life. Action kills fear. And in order to teach you how I learned this lesson, I'm going to take you back 16 years to when I was 41, 3 kids under the age of 10, and every morning when the alarm rang, this is what I felt like doing. Now look, for those of you that can just spring out of bed, first of all, you're a weirdo. Let's just get that straight right now. For the rest of us normal people who have trouble with the mechanics and just getting out of bed in the morning, isn't it wild how hard that can be? I mean, you've done it your whole life. You know how to do it. Why is it that some mornings you're just laying there like a human pot roast, marinating in all your coffee? Well, that was me. What was going on when I was 41 years old? Well, my husband had gone into the restaurant business, and like complete idiots, when it was going well, we cashed out our life savings, we got all these credit cards, we got a home equity line, because, you know, what could possibly go wrong? And we shoved it all in business. Oh, did I tell you this was 2008? Oh, wait, you guys have problems that year too? Well, see, when it's happening to someone else, easy to give advice. When it's happening to you, it's personal. All of a sudden, my life fell apart. I lost my job. We were $800,000 in debt. The liens hit the house. We had to yank our kids out of the town soccer court. We couldn't pay for it. And I became a person I didn't recognize. Oh my God. You know, and here's the thing. I kind of knew what I needed to do. I didn't even have AI back then. You know, it's kind of obvious. I got to get a job. I got to stop drinking so much. I got to ask for help. I got to tell my friends what's going on. I got to take a walk. I got to stop screaming at my husband. But I couldn't make myself do any of those things. And here's why. You're always going to have an excuse. Always going to have an excuse not to do the little things that change everything. I believe you are one decision away from a different life. You are. One decision away. And one night, it was a Monday night, February 2008, I was sitting in my living room and I'm like, all right, woman, you've got to pull it together. Tomorrow, it's the new you. Tomorrow, you have got to get those kids on that bus on that time. Tomorrow, you got to stop drinking so much. Tomorrow, you got to stop screaming at your husband. Tomorrow, woman, when that alarm rings, you cannot lay there rotting in your fears, wishing your problems would go away. You, woman, have got to get out of bed when that alarm rings. And then, all of a sudden, this flash on the TV screen. And I was like, oh my God. It's a sign from God in the universe. That's it. Tomorrow morning when the alarm rings, I'm going to launch myself out of bed like a rocket ship. I'm going to move so fast, I'm not going to be in that bed when the anxiety and the depression pin me down like a gravity blanket. Now, the truth is, I had 4 burger Manhattans that night, so the idea. But whatever morning, the very next morning, this is where I learned that action kills fear. This is where I learned that you're one decision away from a different life. The alarm rang. And I immediately remembered that stupid idea. Lunch on bed. How's this going to help? It's cold, it's dark, it's winter in Massachusetts. I don't want to get out of bed. I hesitated. I thought about what I needed to do instead of doing what I needed to do. And when you hesitate and think about what you needed to do, guess what? Fear comes in. Excuses come in. In that 5-second window, it's just like dropping food on the floor, blow the dog hair off, you're good to go. In 5 seconds flat, your brain contaminates courage, contaminates motivation, contaminates your confidence. It kills your action. That's why you have to stop thinking and learn how to do. And so for whatever reason, I just started counting backwards. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and I stood up. And I gotta tell you something. It seems kind of stupid, doesn't it? But it felt like a victory. It was the first time in almost a year where I didn't let the anxiety and the depression and the nerves and the overwhelm win. And so I made myself a promise. I literally was like, okay, you're about to lose everything you care about, so for crying out loud, just anytime you know you need to do something, just try this countdown trick and just do it. And let's see what happens. And so I walk out of the bedroom And my husband's standing there, and he's looking at the fridge as if breakfast is going to fall out with him. You know how many people do that? And you know when you have that, have you ever had that experience where you see somebody you love, and you just want to kill them? So I see him, and I'm like, and then I went 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Because the truth is, I didn't want to kill him. It's easier to be angry than it is to be afraid. And when I went 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, I just was like, okay, take a beat, pull yourself together, and act from a place of your values. Choose how you're going to act. I see the phone. I don't know about you guys, but I hate people. But I need a job. I don't want to call anybody. I don't want to talk to anybody. At 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, I'm picking up the phone. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, I'm talking to people about the fact that I need a job. I see my sneakers. It's winter in Massachusetts. I don't want to go for a walk. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, I'm going out the door. 1 5-second decision at a time. I use this tool to change my entire life. And this is the truth that nobody wants to tell you. Everybody's asking me now, how did you become Mel Robbins? How is somebody who hosts one of the top podcasts in the world? How do you do all this at the age of 56? And I say, you don't want to hear it. The truth is, you do it by learning a skill nobody talks about. And the skill is this. You have to learn how to take action when you don't feel like it. It's the dumbest thing, but it's true. I mean, stop and think. If you just did all the things that you don't feel like doing, oh my God, you'd have $1 million. You would literally love your kitchen. The closet would be clean. You'd have that side hustle. So you're busy doing what I do, thinking about what you need to do and waiting to feel like it. Motivation's garbage. Garbage. Because fear of what other people think, fear that you're too late, fear of all this stuff is stopping you from taking the actions that change your life. And so I built everything that you see today. I become the person that you see today by learning how to get out of bed on the days when I didn't feel like it. Now, the truth is, I never intended to tell anybody about the 5-second rule because I didn't know why it worked, and it sounds dumb. Oh, you guys want a better life? Just count to 5. Speech is over. We'll get the next speaker out here. But then a friend of mine called and said, hey, Mel, somebody's doing this like event, and they're looking for somebody who changed their jobs a lot, and I thought of you. Not exactly a compliment. But they were offering 2 plane tickets and 2 nights at the St. Regis. And when you're $800,000 in debt, you know what that sounds like? A free vacation. So I said yes. I got my parents to babysit the kids. Now this is 3 years after I had discovered the 5-second rule. It's now 2011. It didn't occur to me that I'd be standing on a stage in front of 700 people. If you've ever seen my TED Talk, you're watching a 21-minute long panic attack. If you look closely at the photo, everybody, I've got that neck rash you people get when they drink too much or they're anxious. That's minute 1. That's minute 1. 19 minutes into this, I forget what I'm supposed to talk about. I've never told anybody about the 5-second rule. And I look out at the audience and I'm like, oh, I know. There's this weird thing. The moment I have an instinct to act, I move within 5 seconds before my brain kills all motivation to do it. Okay, thank you very much. If you have any questions, here's my email. And I left the stage. Now, then something strange happened. The first thing that happened is a year later, they put this talk online. And it went crazy viral. To the tune of 33 million views. But that's not the crazy thing that happened. You want to know the real crazy thing that happened, everybody? People started to write to me at that email address. Hey Mel, I heard about this 5-second thingy and I'm using it to take the actions and my business is now almost doubled in 18 months. Hey Mel, I'm using the 5-second rule to reach out to people and it's really working. Hey Mel, my team's more productive than ever because we're doing the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 thing. Why? Well, because thinking about something isn't the same thing as doing it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 pushes you through your thoughts and into action. Should you take it back to the team members who aren't here? Of course, if you want to win sales awards. Should you teach it to your kids?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
They'll use it on you, so I just might get you there. Now, one of the things I never expected is that every single day from around the world we hear about how effective it is for medical professionals around the world in clinical settings. For for helping people stay sober, helping people make healthier decisions. And I'll tell you what just really brings me to my knees. Never in a million years did I think my rock bottom moment and this simple thing that I created, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, that it would actually save lives. We know of more than 1,000 people who have taken the time to write to us to tell us that they use 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 to stop themselves from attempting suicide. And that, to me, is just, and I say that knowing that there is a people in our community today. And so I want to say that, there's a big difference between wanting the pain that you're feeling to end and wanting your life to end. That it's temporary. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, there is help and things can get better. Now, if you wanted the license plate, you better get moving because they're going in all the states. But one more disclaimer. This is a tool that you use to push yourself. This is like for micro courage. This is for you to become a better version of yourself. Please don't use this to get married. Please do not use this to sign a contract. Please don't use this to get in trouble with compliance at work. And if you're planning on putting this on your body, please wait more than 5 seconds before you slap this on your arm. I personally don't think the rose makes it any nicer. What is he thinking? That is the ugliest thing I have ever seen. This one, though, is my favorite, because this is your life. This is my life. Your life is an infinite loop of things that are going to happen to and around you. And you can't control or change anything, but you don't have to. If you just focus on taking the actions that align with what you value and who you want to be, now you're in control of your response to it. And so here's the simple explanation for it. The moment you feel yourself hesitate, just count backwards, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, then move. Do not count up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It doesn't work. It doesn't. I swear to God, I'm going to show you the science as to why. It doesn't work because when you count up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you're using the central region of your brain, the basal ganglia. This is where all worry, anxiety, all patterns, our habits are stored. This is autopilot. When you count backwards, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, you're manually switching on your prefrontal cortex. This is the part of the brain that you're using when you're learning anything, when you're acting strategically, when you're present in the moment, when you are in control of what you're doing. So let's count backwards together and let's see what happens in the brain when you use this. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Now cluck like a chicken. No, I'm just kidding. That's if you felt a little pressure here, that is what a lot of people feel because you are being intentional about switching gears in your brain. So you think you got it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, right? Okay, good. Fear kills action. But 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, action kills fear. Now I want to show you something else. I want to show you a second insight that I had that changed my mind about life and fear. And I'm going to show you this incredible graph. Now, I'm going to warn you, a lot of people, after they see this, are mad that they didn't film it because they had somebody in their life that they wanted to show it to. So I really encourage you to take some photos or to film what I'm about to show you. This is what your life looks like if you were to live to be 100 years old. That's your life in weeks. That's all you got right there. Now, at this part of the story, I was 41 years old. This is how much of my life I had lived. Now, the interesting thing about it, though, is that when you're in a moment in your life where you feel stuck, where you're frustrated, where you feel discouraged, right? You think your whole life is going to feel that way forever. But the truth is, my husband and I had basically just been struggling for 2 years. That's when the you-know-what hit the fan. But I want to show you what it feels like when the news hits that somebody that you love dies. The news hits when somebody says you're fired or I don't love you anymore. This is what it looks like when you feel stuck in your life. This is what it looks like when you start to say to yourself, it's too late, I'm too old, I can't change, I am so broke, I can't fix this now, I can't get ahead, I can't learn AI. This is what discouragement looks like. I believe that the single thing that stands in people's way is not knowing what to do. It's this sense that even if I try, it's too late. And it's just not true. Like in my case, I'm telling you about 1 week in my life in February of 2008. Can somebody point out here in the future, where's the last square I can meet Fred? Where's the expiration date on going back to school? Where is it in this graph in your life that you no longer can learn something new? Can I get a never? Yeah. You know, you tell yourself all these lies like I used to. It's too late. I'm too old. I'm too young. I couldn't. I've made so many mistakes. My whole life is screwed up. I didn't go to that school. I didn't do this. And you forget and miss out on the biggest truth about life at all. Your entire future is waiting for you to create it. If you could get out of your own way and recognize that you can. And you know, for where I am now, I mean, it's taken me 16 years to get here. And so again, I'm going to come back to the fact that it's these small moves, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, that you don't think that are going to make a difference, that actually over time make all the difference in the world. Stop talking yourself out of how important it is to get out of bed, to take care of yourself in the morning, to do work that matters to you, to regulate your nervous system, to enjoy your hobbies, to make time for your friends. This stuff matters. But in the day-to-day, you get caught up in the fear. And the biggest fear of all, what do other people think? Oh my gosh, if I change, are they going to misunderstand me? Are they going to judge me? Are they going to do this? Are they going to do that? Oh. And that brings me to the next thing I'm going to teach you. So I've been using this thing called the left.
Exactly.
The next time you feel left out, your friends all go out to brunch together, they don't invite you.
Let them. Let them do their thing.
You know what? Just let them.
Let them is so profound.
I'm so excited.
Find your soul and let them.
Let them talk, let them judge, and let them hate.
If someone says something mean about you behind your back, let them.
Let them do that. Let them say that.
Let them.
It works.
2 best words I've ever learned in my entire life. Let them.
Let them think what they want about you.
Make sure you get some coffee, okay?
Figure out if this is your cup of tea. It was mine. I drank the whole cup.
The answer to the fear is let them. It's all changing.
Let them.
So let them and take your power back.
Let them. Let them. Let them. Let them. I don't know what it is about me and tattoos, but apparently the things I talk about inspire them. So the let them theory, for those of you who've never heard about it, is super simple. When you stop trying to change and control other people, something crazy happens. Suddenly, you have more peace, time, energy, and control. And I want to focus on one way I want you to be using the let them theory. It's very simple. Whenever you start feeling frustrated or nervous or sad or hurt or you feel fear coming up, I want you to say 2 words, let them. And you're going to notice you're always afraid of what other people are going to think. And here's what I'm going to tell you, other people are judging you. Let them. Other people do misunderstand you. Let them. Other people think that you're kind of cringy at times. Let them. Because you have so many bigger things to focus on, and that's the let me part.
Frank called me and told me the department has never run so smooth because all the women are here. Let them.
Matters to me first. And I want to share with you an example of how I wish I had this. Oh my God, I wish I had this. I wish I had this. So when I was invited to speak at this conference over 12 years ago, I still had paint on my house. I was still hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt. And I needed money. And I didn't know that normal people could get paid to speak at a conference. And so don't you think it would have been smart of me to start marketing myself as a speaker? Well, I was worried about what my friends would think. I was worried that people wouldn't understand. I was worried people would judge. So let me show you what the Instagram that some of you follow, it has 11.3 million followers on it right now. Let me go all the way back to the beginning and show you what my social media used to look like. This is 365 weeks ago. My kids hacked and made an account, 21 likes. All I did, I need money, guys. I'm just, 25 likes, my family, my dog, my kids. I'm scared to put myself out there, just like you're scared to speak up at work. You're scared to ask for what you need. You're scared to lean into technology. I was scared to market myself. Here's one of the first work-related posts. Get ready for it. You ready? I'm at a local radio station. 19 likes. Even Obama is sad for me. Look at that. Here I am. I'm even surprised I'm on TV. Here's another one. 24 likes. I guess this was a good hair day. And check this one out. The first post I ever put up of me speaking at the Texas Women's Conference. No one's even looking at me. 15 likes. 15 likes. That's how you start. I wish I had let them back then. Because it would have allowed me to stop being afraid of what everybody else thinks and focus on what I need to do to achieve my goals, to express myself, and to feel good about myself. And here's the biggest takeaway. The second you start being proud of who you are and the way you're showing up for yourself, you don't really think about what other people think. Because you know the truth about who you are. So how many of you think you get this? You get the 5-second rule. Raise your hand so I can see you. Great? Okay. I don't think that you do. How many of you are excited to be here? Because you're excited to meet others. Great. How many of you are sitting next to people you know? Oh, look at that. So I'm going to go to the Pennsylvania Women's Conference. I realize we're at lunch and you're sitting with a lot of tables, but you probably haven't met me yet. Let's stand up real quick. Stand up. Stand up. I know. I want you to take literally 5 seconds and walk to the first person you have not met, introduce yourself, come right back because I'm almost out of time.
Hi, Leah, I'm Courtney. Nice to meet you. Where are you coming from? I'm coming from Amsterdam. Yeah, what about you? Okay, great. This is your first time here? I actually came last time. Okay. Yeah, I came as well. You got it. Great.
We're all from recreation.
And every one of you were like, that is your body doing something that you don't feel like doing. That's what it feels like to exercise when you don't like. I want to give you an assignment. You ready? And the assignment is this. When you go into your breakout sessions this afternoon, I want you, when you walk through the door, I want you to walk right towards somebody you have not met yet. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The time, now. Not tomorrow, now. And if they're weird, let them. Okay? Only a couple of you are going to do this, and you're going to be happier and wealthier and more fulfilled in your life than everybody else. And the reason why I'm asking you to do that is because I want you to get what you came for. And if you just listen, but you don't change behavior, you will leave here the same person. Yeah. I want you to interrupt your own behavior. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 today. Because the time is going to pass whether you do it or not, and I want you to make the most of your time. And then I know you're going to be afraid. What do we say when we're nervous about what